Hello and welcome to my 10th devlog. In this devlog I will be covering what I've completed over the last 2 weeks for my FYP drone game, Drone Extreme. This will cover, I did UI, multiplayer and race mode completeness. So then, just to show off the race mode completeness, I have essentially set it up so that there's a start and an end to the race. The player also spawns right at the start of the race with a timer and a countdown for when to go. As you can see as well, also the circles to get destroyed as you go through them. And they also appear in different colors. So the green one is the next one, and the green one is the one after it. So you go through a green one, spawns the next one, spawns the next one, etc., etc. So as you can see, when you come to the end of a level, you will then be met with the finish sign. You go into it, and then you will be hit with this screen. So I've been doing a bit of messing and developments. So what should happen is you will be hit with this screen where this drone is essentially just going around the path in the background. You'll be hit with a screen where it'll show a list of players. The first player, well, it's just me playing, so it only shows one player, and my time. So my time was displaying, but that's also a bit buggy. I was trying to fix the multiplayer. The multiplayer works mostly. I'll get onto that in a minute, but essentially at the end when you finish the race, there is a lot of bugs that I'm still currently trying to fix. So then, to show the multiplayer actually working, I have two editors set up with Unity 6. I'm just going to hit play. Right, so we get rid of this, go into multiplayer, host. I'll host a session, name it anything, give it a second, and there you go. I've created a session. Then I go to player 2. This will be the second player. Click on sessions, refresh, and there is a new session. So then I will join that session. Give it a second, and there you go. Go back to player 1, and you can see there is two drones in the scene. They're deactivated because they're on the home screen. So then when I join the race, click join, give it a second, and boom. So the drone starts off at the start point with a countdown or a timer timing how long the player is going for, and so does player 2. Player 2 is also, and you can actually see player 1 in front of player 2. So then, to go through some of the code, I have now got a player manager, and what this does essentially is it'll manage the player, whether it's in a race mode or in the trick system, and it'll manage all the multiplayer side of the player. So when the game starts, for instance, it can deactivate the player, so it'll just deactivate all the objects inside in the drone, so it's not displaying anything on the screen or anything like that, and then activates it when the scene's called procedural generation. Need to change it, but that is the race mode, and same for the stunt mode. I also have a method for the race mode, so essentially it'll deactivate the trolley cam, which is the camera that goes in a loop around the track, and that's only made for the end, so it deactivates that, then activates the player and enables the trick system. Oh no, sorry, disables the trick system. So because when you activate the player, it'll activate everything, including all the components attached to the player, which should be here, and it'll also that triggers the trick system. So down the race mode, then I make it false. So then I start a quarantine. So basically what this does is it spawns a player. What it does is it gets all the points in the rings in the race, and it will spawn you at the start one. So this is where the issue is with the spawning actually. So this is where I'll find my problem. But essentially I have to wait for the points to actually spawn in. So that's why I'm getting the points manager, which I set up also. That's set up to manage the points where if a player flies through a point, it'll destroy the last one, color the next one green, and then display a new one grey in front of that. So it's just a loop. And essentially, I'm getting the points from that points manager. And the points manager wait. And so I also have the race manager. So in here, I'm essentially controlling all the UI for when the player starts a race. So I have a start countdown. So that'll count down from 3 to 0, and then it'll go. It'll say go on the screen. And when it says go, it'll start the race. When it starts the race, it sets the timer to 0, and then starts race started, and then down the update it will start adding time to the race time that you see on the screen. And when that ends, then it just sets it to 0, and it should display the end screen, where here I am instantiating player items, and these items are just the player name and the score beside it, and it's in a list. It's in a list view. I can show you actually. So thanks for watching, and bye.